I'm going to spend a few minutes discussing the three words on this chart next to me: buy, borrow, and die. These three little words are allowing billionaires across America to legally get away with paying little or nothing in taxes for years and years on end. Here's how it works. A billionaire buys and holds assets like works of art, more houses than they can possibly live in, stocks and bonds, you name it. They increase in value untaxed. The billionaire then borrows against these assets to support a lavish lifestyle. And they can borrow at a fraction of the consumer rate due to the enormous holdings of these valuable assets. That loan is untaxed. The billionaire's assets appreciate at a higher rate than the interest on the loan. That's not hard to do. So the billionaire can essentially do all of this until they die, and then their kids can start all over again. So let's now contrast buy, borrow, and die with the tax system in America for firefighters and nurses. Nurses and firefighters, for example, living in Philomath, Oregon, are required to pay taxes out of every paycheck. Working people don't get to play by these billionaire rules. They don't get to call up an army of high-priced lawyers and accountants every time they don't feel like paying their taxes. Right now, the average billionaire can wriggle their way into a low 8% tax rate, while a nurse or a firefighter making $45,000 is paying a 22% tax on their wages. Now here's the gut punch for everybody who's following this and works for a wage. Current buy, borrow, and die practices under our tax law are perfectly legal. That's a pretty sickening reality. Tax laws simply don't apply to billionaires in the same way they do to firefighters and nurses. Nurses, firefighters have mandatory tax rules. Mr. President, the billionaires can pretty much pay what they want when they want to. How's that fair? Americans overwhelmingly believe it's not. So it's time to look to solutions that restore fairness to the tax code while still rewarding success.
Dear friends, watch out for these payments. Thousands of Americans will be receiving new relief checks thanks to newly passed legislation. State lawmakers say that these payments will range from $100 to $750. This extra payment comes as millions of Americans see their credit card debt increase due to the rising cost of living. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of these details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thousands of households are set to receive checks up to $750 thanks to the Arizona Families Tax Rebate. The state's Department of Revenue approved rebates worth $100 to $750. Families will receive $100 checks for each child in their household, with a maximum set at $750. In order to be eligible, you must be a resident of Arizona, have claimed at least one dependent on your 2021 tax return, and have at least $1 in personal tax liability. Rebecca Wilder, a spokeswoman from the Department of Revenue, confirmed that over 744,000 Arizona families will receive a total of $275 million from this rebate. Eligible recipients do not need to apply for the rebate. If you have not received your payment yet, you can check your status through the state's Department of Revenue. Over the summer, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey also approved rebates as part of a $393 million rebate package. The package was funded by a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. Individuals will receive one-time payments of $150, while couples will receive $300. The one-time rebates will go out to approximately 1.9 million Alabama state residents. Checks will start going out on November 30th, 2023. Those who use direct deposit to receive their tax returns will receive the rebate the same way, and the same goes for paper checks. However, there are some strict guidelines in order to qualify for the cash. First, 2021 taxes must have been filed by the October 17, 2022 deadline. Also, Alabama residents must have not been claimed as a dependent. As inflation continues to pervade nearly every part of everyday life, the average American worker is being squeezed by rising costs, and elevated grocery prices are largely to blame. The cost of purchasing household groceries still remains stubbornly high across the U.S., and weekly grocery shopping is far more expensive than just a few years ago. A recent Fox News poll shows that more than 75% of Americans are very concerned about the state of our economy. Despite their uncertainty, over 18 million Americans, more than expected, hit the stores for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. The National Retail Federation says a record 200 million consumers spent money this holiday weekend. Around 44% of shoppers say online was their go-to destination. Black Friday remained the most popular in-person day, with more than 76 million shoppers hitting the stores. Despite Cyber Monday sales, the biggest online shopping day this year was Black Friday. The president of the National Retail Federation, Matthew Shea, says, "We are in an era of blended commerce. Holiday spending is forecasted to grow 3 to 4% this year, totaling over $950 billion. Recent data from the TransUnion confirms this, publishing a report that details the average credit card debt across the United States. In every demographic, the numbers are shocking. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's latest quarterly report on household debt and credit card debt in America has increased by $45 billion from the first quarter of this year. That represents a 4.6% increase in a single quarter, with cardholders shouldering 13-figure debt at $1.03 trillion for the first time. In short, that amounts to an average balance of $5,733 per cardholder. Some of that debt comes from skyrocketing car prices, but credit card balances are growing the fastest of all, roughly 34% from the fall of 2021. Student loan and car loan balances have grown by 10% or less over that same period of time, although student loan debt could begin to climb now that payments have resumed. Also, student loan debt saw the largest rates of newly seriously delinquent balances until the federal government paused payments in March 2020 because of the crisis. So friends, how's the economy in your city or town? Please let me know in the comment section below. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dearest friends, To say thank you for being part of this community, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.